Right, Augustus. So I guess only Team USA is capable of beating Serbia in these Olympics, huh?
Yep, they have won their first basketball medal in the Olympics since 2016.
Yeah,
And
they missed out on the last Olympics,
exactly.
and this is the first time they won a bronze medal actually, because they had 2 silver medals prior to this.
Okay, and today, yeah, it looked too easy, to be honest. I did not expect that Serbia would come out with such energy, such confidence. You know, we have been talking about their psychological state of mind after such a heartbreaking loss to the Team USA.
But it seemed the opposite, that the Germans were not there for the first 2.5 quarters, especially defensively. But generally speaking, we are seeing the difference in this game compared to last year's final. And one thought cannot escape my mind, and that is this just the difference of having Nikola Jokic on the court?
I think so. I think also, these two teams peaked at different times. I think, Germany maybe played a little bit too good in the group stage, and especially against France. Then they did not have such solid performances, and Serbia just improved their game with each match. Definitely the biggest factor, Nikola Jokic. Today he was just toying with his opponents, to be honest. It seemed like it's too easy for him at some moments, and just with the passing, whenever he needs to score, he scores. If he gets the ball close to the rim, he scores. If he gets the ball, like if Daniel Theis forces him to catch the ball on the 3-point line, he still just backs down and scores 2 points. If it's a short roll, he will make the right pass. If it's a backdoor, he will pass. If he sees Alexa Vramovic sprinting, and he will make this football pass into the area, to the front. Just too beautiful to watch. These last 2 games, another proof of how much easier the game is for others. And of course, it helps that the others are also capable of a very high quality play offensively and defensively. They made shots. Alexa Vramovic was, again, the number 2 factor after Nikola Jokic, but I think sometimes even defensively he was the number 1 factor, because a couple of times in this match he just
he stole the ball from Schroeder a few times.
Dennis was completely, again, in the pocket of Alexa, just like it's weird for.
Do you think Alexa locked down in his room after the loss and was saying, okay, now I'm watching Dennis Schroeder's highlights and I'm looking, how am I gonna steal 2 balls? Or is that only SGA treatment?
I don't know. I mean, SGA is again
probably a bit of a different tier.
But still, Dennis is a great player. Dennis is a world champion, and for Alexa to completely dominate him, I think defensively and offensively as well. So it's just huge for Serbia. And I thought, when Germany tried to come back, they cut the lead from 13 to 8, even to 6 points, I think. Or wait,
I think 8 was the closest they got in the fourth.
And then it was, he steals the ball just from Dennis driving inside the paint, gets the 3 also.
Later, and then a layup again.
So a plus 13, just basically killing the hopes of Germany after they tried so hard to come back with that defensive lineup with Bonga, Mo Wagner, and Weiler Bab. They did so well, but Serbia was just too good today.
Just quickly before we continue, a quick shout out from our friends Hostinger. Hostinger provides not just hosting services, but also has a website builder that's powered by AI. Instead of spending hours learning to code or using unoriginal templates, you can just type in a text prompt and customize a website from scratch. The fun part is you get your domain for free with a hosting plan that's at least 1 year long. Find all the links in the description, and with our code BNews10 you get 10% off of all hosting plans. Yeah, Germany was hard to watch in terms of their offense in the first half as well, because they were living off individual plays and making shots. Once they started missing those shots, we saw the lead grow for Serbia. And the craziest fact probably for us at the halftime was the fact that Germany only made 3 2-pointers from 13 in the whole half. They made 7 3-pointers.
Right.
So 4 more 3-pointers than 2-pointers. Percentage was 23% from 2 points and 35% from 3 points for Germany. Serbia, on the other hand, only took 10 threes, made 3. out of those 10. They really got most of their points through the paint or through mid-range shots. And that was a very different offensive approach, and just using the advantages you have for Serbia. So
just using the advantage you have in Nikola Jokic,
Yeah.
and then just living off of that, just whenever he posts up or he just gets the ball just on the top, he's the offensive hub, and just everybody else is just moving, pin down screens, cuts, all that stuff. It just moved the Germany's defense so well, and basically. Yeah, they couldn't do anything. And I thought, Vasilija Micic as well. He didn't look good in the friendlies, but his game improved in every match, I thought. And it wasn't there. You couldn't say it was a perfect performance from him, against the USA or before. But
even in this game, I wouldn't say it was a perfect performance.
But 19 points off the bench in 21 minutes is huge. Alexa did. As good as him, not as good as him, but really good on offense, really great on defense. But Vasa, 19 points in this match.
It's just a few shots. Solid. I was thinking maybe Vasa rushed a little bit. Obviously, sometimes you gotta take those shots. The time is running out. But otherwise, what else? I wanted to say, good game from Andreas Obst. Probably the only guy who could really give a positive. Grade in this game. Others were really struggling from deep. Moritz Wagner actually improved a little bit more in the second half. First half he was really not making any of the 3-pointers.
He was kind of the leader of Germany's comeback with his energy, with his perseverance. I don't know, with his tenacity to just inspire the Germany's comeback. But because
every run that they had. Serbia had an answer with an even better run. You get back to 8 points, you're down 13 again. It's really hard to do anything about that. Your usual leaders when they're missing their shots. Franz Wagner again, 0 from 4 from 3 points. Dennis Schroeder 3 from 6, okay, but from the field he was struggling. All the layups missed, and
I think this is where we can give kudos for Svetislav Pesic. We've said things about him on this podcast, but we also have to recognize when he's doing great job. And Donata said before the tournament that he has changed in the last couple of years. He has taken a little bit different approach. So I don't know what's happening on the inside, but I trust Donatas, and at the same time I see what's happening on the court. And this team is functioning at a super high level. Everybody looks like they know what to do offensively. That's much easier, of course, when you have Nikola Jokic. But this team is well-oiled. They are fitting perfectly together. You can see Marko Guduric, you can see Vanja Marinkovic, you can see Ognjen Dobric. Not even to mention Bogdan Bogdanovic. Like, everybody has a certain role. Filip Petrushev was great as well. 30 minutes today, I thought, early in the game, he set the tone. So last year they got silver.
Yeah, you just need to look at the results. They got silver. Okay, they got eliminated by Italy in that 2022 Eurobasket.
But it was
shocker.
A different Serbia team. Like, they got so much better in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but if you look back, now they got bronze medal, silver medal, and then before that, Igor Kokoshkov, an experiment, didn't work out. They didn't qualify to the Olympics. Before Igor Kokoshkov, we had Djordjevic, who got out of quarterfinals, eliminated in the quarterfinals in the 2019 World Cup. So Serbia was in a bit of a pit, let's say, but Svetislav Pesic, you really cannot doubt this guy anymore. And if you had any doubts, we only had doubts probably because it seemed like a coach who in club basketball has already been sort of written off, He looked like he's maybe a little bit too old now to be in this highest level, but when we talk about national teams, there's no discussion anymore.
You can see, their offense with Jokic is excellent, and I like how they are playing defensively as well, with their pressure, with their guards being super aggressive. So it's not like you just see the results, you see the medals, but also how they look on the court is saying, actions are often louder than words. And it's not only facts, but it's also the actions that we see on the court. So a well-deserved bronze medal for Serbia.
Yep.
You know,
for Germany, 4th place. I mean, it definitely hurts, I'm sure, but it might hurt even more knowing that the next Olympics, guys like Dennis Schroeder are gonna be older. We don't know how he's gonna look like. It's definitely not the last chance to win the medals for them, but this was their golden generation, let's call it.
And wait, this would have been their first ever Olympic basketball medal, right?
If I'm not mistaken,
Germany.
that's correct, because Dirk has 0 medals. So without Dirk,
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't have any medals.
So this could have been huge, but
it is
hey,
what it is.
France happened, and just last thing, I don't think we're going to see as good as a game on the final, but let's see what happens.